Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, my name is Latrice, and this is my channel, Simply Latrice, where we talk about financial freedom, living on your own terms, and creating the life you deserve. So, if you're here to learn, grow, and take actionable steps toward a financially free life, you're in the right place. And so, today, before I dive in, see one goal that I'm working towards today or working towards this year is to continue to build on a couple of side hustles in order to try and secure financial freedom for myself. Um, if there's anyone out there, if you want to drop something that you're working on for this year 2025, maybe we can brainstorm for each other and see if there's any advice or tips that we can share. So, a goal that I'm working on this year is to find a business to invest in. I recently left my job. I don't know if you want to say I'm semi-retired or I'm taking a sabbatical, but I just decided to give myself an opportunity to really concentrate on trying to create different streams of revenue outside of working a regular 9 to 5. So I'm going to share 3 pillars of financial freedom that changed my life and possibly can change yours. You can open your note app or grab a notebook because these are going to be actionable steps that maybe you can start in order to help you get on your road to financial freedom. So the pillars that I am going to be talking about is reducing debt, increasing income, and passive income. And so I followed that 3 pillar outline or category for myself. And my first thing was reducing debt, which before I made the leap to leave my job, I wanted to make sure that I had my car note paid off or my car paid off. I didn't want to have any school loan debt, and I didn't want to have any credit card debt. Well, I was very successful in wiping out my car debt in addition to school loans. I did, or I was able to capitalize on the loan forgiveness program by just keeping myself informed and following the steps. And so I was able to do that. And the credit card debt, I actually did have an opportunity to wipe out all my credit card debt. But then I found myself after a storm here in Texas, which is where I'm at, I did have to use like an emergency credit card to put some expenses on there. And so now I do have a small credit card balance that I am continuing to work on. Increasing income before I prepare myself to leave my job, in addition to reducing my debt, I increased my income by starting a vending machine business. So I currently have 5 vending machines. And right now, the income is fluctuates a little bit. We're really just coming out of the holidays, which people are a little more deterred from the gym, just as we all are traveling and doing all those things. So November and December were not the best of months. And here in Texas, January, February tends to be the coldest of our months. And so we're not directly in the Arctic freeze zone, but we are seeing some of our coldest weather. And so the gyms are busy, but I had 5 machines, roughly, I guess if on average, each machine will do seven to $1,000 a month, $700 to $1,000 a month. And so that's how I increase my income. And I increased my income slash gain passive income. I 2 years ago moved out of my starter home and made it a rental, and now it has about 80% equity. Market value is about 250 now, and so I am like 10 years from having that mortgage paid, so I have a lot of equity in that home right now, and I have not tapped into it. I'm just making sure that I do it strategically and smart. I currently get mortgage times 2, so that I do have a little bit of income coming in from that. I usually try to keep it in reserve for repairs on the home, but sometimes, like currently, I'm not working, and so I do use a little bit more of it as income for myself than I have done before. And so those are the 3 pillars: reducing debt, increasing income, and passive income. And so going forward, I want to continue on that path. As I said, I do have a little bit of credit card debt now. And so I am working to increase my income through my vending, creating rentals, in order to have money to do that, reduce the debt. Let's see. Before I do continue on, I would ask if you would hit that subscribe button, as I am also trying to monetize my channel here on YouTube, and that will give me additional, income. So I would say that YouTube is passive income more so than just additional income, because there's a lot of work that goes into trying to make content and scheduling it out to make content. So, but most definitely, if you get monetized, that creates a whole avenue of opportunities to make money. And so, once again, if anyone's out there, if you have any things that you wanted to work on this year as far as securing your financial freedom, drop it in the comments, and we can, throw ideas off of each other. I can speak on some experiences maybe that will benefit or help you or help someone out there, as well as I'm sure some feedback I could benefit from. So which pillar are you most excited to try? If you found any value, if you've been on my channel, I'm more geared or more focused for, increasing income, as I am no longer at my 9 to 5, and I am just looking to build upon, ventures, try to become a full-time entrepreneur and actually make money. And so my channel, let me talk a little bit about, talk about financial freedom, living on your own terms, creating the life that you desire, the life that you deserve. We work these jobs and we give it our all, and the salaries that we receive is just like minuscule to what our sweat and equity into the business actually is worth. And so some jobs, and I know there's companies out there that are not bad, but the bottom line is they're businesses and they're in business to make money. And that's pretty much at any means necessary. And so people get lost, or that humanity gets lost in there. And so my decision to leave my job was just kind of like I just could not um, do those things. Like I couldn't live my life trying to please a job and treat people unfairly, in my opinion, unkindly, and feel good about myself. I always felt like I could work a job and I could do my job well, but every day the main thing for me was if I could go home and look at myself in the mirror. And so any decision that I made at work, I was more than willing to take the consequences, as long as I knew in my heart that I did what I felt like was the right thing. I'm a firm believer that whenever you leave this place and what I believe in or who I believe in, I feel like I will be judged on how well I treated people and not how good I was at a job. And so I just decided that I wanted to get out of that rat race and try and pursue things that brought me joy, um, create my own, once again, businesses or opportunities, and be free to be me and treat people the way I feel like they need to be treated. Um, See anybody out there have any thoughts on, um, you know, your job, leaving your job? If you have, you want to work on a plan to put in place to be able to leave your job. Once again, I do ask that you subscribe to the channel. Um, Once again, I've been on YouTube like 2 years, and I have to be honest, I never really thought about monetization. It always seemed like this abstract thing to me that I would never get enough people to subscribe to my little channel to even think about monetization. But, since I've been on it, I've been putting in the work, making the videos, and really just become really interested in seeing if YouTube is something that I could consider something that brings in income. And there's a lot of people out there that are doing it. I have confidence in myself, and so yeah, I feel like I can do this YouTube thing. And so once again, I do ask for your subscription if you're out there. But I also do want to make content that's of value. And so that's why I do enjoy getting feedback. I do enjoy comments. Um, and yeah, it can only help me become better, help me on my journey. Now, let's see. So also for my goal this year, I talked about, I do currently have a few vending machines. I am looking to expand on that, but I'm also looking to do more. I recently became very interested in laundromats, and so I've been, since I haven't been off, since I haven't been having to go to work and I have been off, I've really been kind of trying to get a better understanding of how the laundromat, business works and what it would take. I currently have see if I could pull up the website. I am on bizbuysell.com, and it is a website that just has listings of businesses in your areas that are for sale. And there's currently a few laundromats that are there. And so you do have to, you can browse the information at any time, but if you have something that you're specifically interested in, you do have to just give it like sign up. And that way you're able to get more information in regards to the seller, um, what terms are they looking for in regards to, do you have to do all cash? Are they willing to finance it? Um, and so it's a really, like I said, very informative. You can have one-on-one conversations with the sellers. People on there are very knowledgeable. And um, if you're serious about being, or buying the business, you do have the opportunity to really have good conversations with people that are knowledgeable in the business and things like that. And so, like I said, they had some laundromats on the website, and I've taken some information over the weekend, and I'm hoping to connect um, with one of the agents for one of the laundromats and see what the terms are and if it's something that I could consider doing. Um, like laundromats are kind of like vending machines. Like there's always gonna be somebody willing to use it. You get a laundromat in the right area, they can be very lucrative. Very what cash businesses, and so that's something that I've recently been thinking about, and kind of more so than vending. Although vending has been very good to me, I bought my machines through a company, Healthier for You, and it was a package deal. So I was able to get 5 machines, and they pretty much did everything, from shipping. Well, first of all, from finding the sites to put the machines in, to shipping the machines to the sites, to giving very in-depth planograms on items that work in whatever type of business your machine is in. Mine are in LA Fitness. So they gave me plans on things that worked until I was able to get a little more information in what my customers were actually buying. And so I did have to switch out a few things. But yeah, I didn't do anything. So that was awesome for me as a first time business person. They had a class, they talked about what business structure, and so I had no problems. That was like a year and a half ago. And just recently, one of my gyms did not renew their lease. And so I did have to move one of my machines out of that gym. And so I could, pay the company to find another location for me at a price. So I feel comfortable with trying to locate that one on my own. So I'm going to do that. And so just with that kind of deterred me from just strictly thinking about vending. I think it's always good anyway to diversify where you get your money from. And so I want to take a little pause. I think the most that I really want to do maybe is one more machine versus going through and doing a whole nother package of like 5. So still thinking about that. So yeah, the laundromat, the vending machines, and then the other thing that I'm working on is the home that I'm currently in. I want to try and see if I can lease it. The real estate market, especially where I am, it's just like, how these areas, like they build on everything. And so like everything out here is like a construction site. So there's so much building that people are more inclined to buy new because of all the, the builders have all these incentives. They'll give you all your appliances, like stainless steel appliances, or they'll give you like $7,000 or $10,000 on closing costs. And so a lot of those things do make a difference when people are out there looking to lease or buy. And so we'll see. I don't think selling would really be a good option for me. I probably will just break even, and I didn't come all this way to break even. I came to either make a profit or lease it. So we'll have to cross our fingers and hope for the best and see what happens with that. But I do have a goal to build a rental portfolio. So leasing is what I really want to do. So anybody out there want to drop anything in the comments, we can add it to the conversation. Once again, if there are any things out there that you're interested in, if you have any questions on the vending, if you have any questions on how the rental thing works, just drop it in the comment and I will try to answer any questions. Once again, I do ask that you subscribe to the channel. And if you have a channel, I'll come over and subscribe to your channel as well. Let's see. I put reading back on my list for this year. I have to say, like practically anything that I know or wanted to do, I got from reading books. I got from reading, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I got from reading, I would say David Bach has a series of how long did it take you to gain your 4,000 watch? I am not there. That is why I am trying to get more comfortable with this live stream thing. I know that live streaming helps you with your watch time hours. And so that's why I am live streaming, to try and get closer to my 4,000 watch hours. Hi, Midnight Moving Pictures. How are you? So yeah, like I said, I've been on the channel I've been on YouTube I just hit my 2-year mark. I have like 168 videos. Once again, I have to be honest. When I first started my channel, I was just focused on making myself comfortable and getting in front of the camera. It took me the longest time to even like decide what I was even gonna make a video on, because I was like, what do you do? All these people on YouTube have these channels and these fancy cameras and their videos look so awesome, and I have none of that. So it took me a long time to start. And so my first video, I put it up, I think I just did like my bathroom, cleaned up and added some new pieces and talked about what was in my bathroom. And so I did that for like the first year. I just made videos and put them up. I didn't have any idea what I was doing. And so that year became another year. And then halfway through that year, I stopped working, which was last year. I haven't worked in like October, was the end of September was actually like the full month that I worked. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and be serious on YouTube. And so I really started reading, looking at other videos. I got a little bit of traction as far as subscribers and watch time hours, like in November. But as you know, YouTube resets every year. And so you kind of start from scratch on the watch time hours. And so that's where I'm at. I'm starting from scratch. I think I had maybe like 400 hours last year. And so now I'm trying to build back up, but I've read that live streaming really helps you gain watch time hours faster. And so now I'm trying to make myself comfortable doing live streams so that I can help myself gain my watch time hours. Um, let's see. So yeah, if you have any other questions out there, I'll be more than happy to try and answer. I actually like set at 40 subscribers for almost like a whole year, my first year. So, when did you first start live streaming? This is actually my second live stream, like for the whole. Actually, I don't know that live stream is automatically available on your YouTube channel when you first get started, but as soon as I noticed that my live stream button was there, I was like, okay, one day I'm gonna live stream. And then I was like, and so one day I just like hit the button and I didn't even know I was live. And so I was on it for like 10 minutes because I didn't even know what to expect. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And then I went home for the holidays, and we all have young people in our lives. Like all this stuff is just like second nature to them. And so my nephew was like, I'm gonna go live. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go live too. And so that was like Thanksgiving, I think was my first live, or maybe no, it was like Christmas was my first live. So this is my second live. So I'm still trying to get comfortable with it. But I mean, I just thought about a few things I wanted to talk about. And so I think it's much easier than actually making videos, because like in the video, you'll make a mistake and then you start all over. And or you know what I'm saying? So live stream is like, it is what it is. You can't stop it and replay and then redo. So I think live stream is actually easier. Let's see. So yeah, I was saying I stayed at like 45 subscribers for like a whole year. And then just recently I started to get traction. But then, like I said, as far as the watch time hours, it all reset. So I'm starting over on that. But I did gain like 80 subscribers in like 30 days. I am not monetized. No, I wish I was, but you have to have the 1,000 subscribers, and I think I'm at like 133 as I'm looking. And watch time hours, I'm just at like 100 watch time hours, so I have a long road to go. But I also understand that one viral video can pretty much get you close to being monetized. So if you put together, you know, one viral video and maybe 2 or 3 videos that do really well, you could get monetized off of that. And I have, like I said, I have 168 videos. Wow, I didn't realize I had that many. And so if you have one video and it kicks off your channel, and then all your old videos start getting played, and so you can get watch time hours pretty quickly once you get eyes on your channel. And that's what's happening with a lot of new channels out there. I've seen channels that at least have the 1,000 subscribers with one video. I know they may not, as soon as hit 1,000 subscribers, have the 1,000 watch time. I mean, 4,000 watch time hours. But I'm pretty sure that if they have like 3 videos now, they probably have been monetized. So it only takes one good video to get eyes on your channel to get monetized. So that's why I say, like, I was like, I'm just gonna keep going and go for it. Yeah, I have a little bit of a presence on TikTok. I really don't like TikTok. I don't quite understand. Like, YouTube is like old folk friendly for like people like me. TikTok is not that friendly. I like to try to put what kind of content do you put out there? I try and put content out about like retirement, um, like thinking about retirement, like what are some things you need to do in retirement or to get to retirement. So I am Generation X, and if you read any articles out there about, you know, people making money, side hustles, retirement, you always see Generation X is in trouble, may never retire. And yeah, it's probably like a lot of it is true. Like I'm gonna raise my hand. Like Generation X, like we had a rough time, and so that's what I talk about on my channel. Like, yeah, I'm Generation X. I've had it rough. I want to retire. I do not want to have to work, like go to work one day and the next day you go home and die. Like, I don't want that to be me. And so I just try to talk about, hey, I was like, something's got to give. And so this is what I did to try to help myself be able to try and retire. So that's what my channel is about. I am a mother. Like, I went through a midlife crisis. So my oldest is 32 and my youngest is 14. So like 17-year age gap. And so I talk about motherhood. I have a spoken word playlist. I've always wanted to write, and so that's one of my passions. And so I have a spoken word playlist. So it's just about an old girl trying to live life, wanting to try to be helpful, and yeah, that's pretty much what my channel is about. Right now, I've been really focused on having a budget because I'm not working. I'm basically living off of savings, being able to tap into a little bit of my 401k, income from vending, my vending machines, a little bit of income from a rental, and just now like trying to build upon all that to try to get a little bit more going to have more income in. I have to admit, like when you worked most of your life, when you don't work, it gets really boring really fast. And so some days I don't know what to do with myself. So I may think about, I said I'll give myself for like 6 months of not working. And then I may like try and see what all these little apps are out here. Like I think Spark, like doing food delivery or something a few days, like just something to stay active and not feel like I'm so bored. Because on my channel, my youngest son no longer lives with me. He's doing his freshman year away from me, and so yeah, I like have nothing going on. So just to continuously try to have different streams of income, I don't see what it would hurt. And so I'll think about that. But yeah, whatever I do, I'll put it on my channel. Try to be helpful. Let's see. So what else I have? I have budgets, like how to save, how to be thrifty. I have a few, I wouldn't call them vlogs, but I guess that's what you call them, where I'm at my vending machine sites and I'm restocking, or just at the grocery store. I'm trying to learn how to be more comfortable videotaping like out in the stores and stuff. I always feel so self-conscious, like people are like, what is this old girl, like, is she vlogging? Like, I'm like, people be like, oh, is she vlogging? Like, what in the world is she doing? So I'm just like getting in the mindset of like, yes, I am. Now what? Right? You want to be in it? Let's see what else I got. Hobbies. like my writing. I did start a blog, or at least I put up a little blog page. I have 5 vending machines. I'm probably gonna do one here, one more for 6. I was saying that I wanted to get to 10, but I don't know that I really want to make the investment to do 5 right off the bat, because I'm also kind of interested in a laundromat. And so I just reached out to the seller's agent about a laundromat to just get more information on that, to see if there's even anything that I could do. Um, and so, yeah, that's where I'm at on the vending, but I have 5. Um, as of last week, I only have 4 that are active because one of my gyms closed. And so I had to move my machine out. But I did get the, and it's always like whatever business you do, it's always good to make sure you establish a good relationship with, people you do business with. And so the people that work at the gym, they let me know that it's another gym that's going to be reopening. And so I have been trying to go or stay, in contact to see when that new gym's open, and see if I can just like go back and negotiate with them to put it right back in the same location. Um, and so give myself some, different options, because I'm trying to place it now. So yeah. So I have 5. They can do like 700 a piece, and I have one that can do maybe like almost 2 grand. And so they're, vending machines are still very viable. You can still make good money in vending. Um, let's see. But yeah, I don't know. I've been really, is it expensive to have vending machines? It really depends on, it's a lot of factors involved, but I'm gonna say, if you don't have any idea about vending, like I didn't when I went into vending, I just knew that it was still a good, like really passive business. Because I worked with someone and he was telling me about friends that he had that had vending machines. Many people want to start a YouTube channel but are nervous or scared. What advice can you give them? I would say, hey, if I can jump on YouTube, you can jump on YouTube. But let me just finish with the vending machines. So I had no idea what I was doing, other than I knew that you could make money from vending. And so I looked into companies, because there's companies out there that sell you vending machines as packages. And so the company I went with is called Healthier for You. And it is like the healthier option to your chips and sodas, which are like, because I'm in a gym, would be like Powerades and um, coconut water and health bars and all that. And they had packages, so I bought my 5 machines. It was 50 grand, but, and that's pretty expensive for vending machines, I would say. But it's not just the machine that I paid for. I paid for them to locate the machines, which like negotiate the places for each machine. And I paid them to ship, like brand new machines, ship to the locations. And then I also paid for training for, like I said, they had a class. I went to Vegas. I actually had to pay to go to Vegas, but once I got there, they paid for like hotel and lunch and all that. And so that's the route I took. So there's companies out there like that. But then there's also companies that just sell you vending machines, which you can get a good vending machine for like 5 to 7 grand. And you can get used vending machines for like 2 to 5 grand. So it really just depends on where you are with your knowledge about vending. Now that I have been in vending for like a year and a half, if I had, because when I initially did it, I did it thinking that my older son may be interested in it and something that I could help him really build. But kids, even grown kids. You can't tell him nothing, so he's doing his thing, and I'm happy for him. But I would probably rather buy a used vending machine and just where I'm at right now, the machine that I do have that's in my garage because my gym closed. I've been looking at videos and I've been just trying to get familiar with like how it works, like what is this and what is that, so that I can get to a level to maybe I can go look at like some used machines and know whether it's a good investment or not. And then the next piece of that is if you're comfortable going to businesses and just talking to people, giving them a sales pitch to get your machines in there. So it's, once again, it's a good business. Like my machines are next to another company and like they have thousands of vending machines, and they're in everything you can think of. They're in all fields. They're on like tankers, like hospitals. Like I talked to one of the guys that does the routes, and his route is like 15 machines. And once again, it's like a whole army of them that do routes, and they each have like 15 to 20 machines. So it could be whatever you want it to be. I initially did want to do like 10, but once again, since it's just me and I have been working, I didn't, add right away. But now that I'm not working, so I'm trying to decide which route I want to take with it. So, and then just starting your own channel, I would say, once again, if you look at YouTube and like something that can be passive, like will earn you money, and if you have videos that are out there that are about things that people will always maybe want to research, like how to save money, how to make money, like those videos will continually make you money once you get your channel monetized. So I would say don't even think about like being nervous or scared, because people don't, like when they say people don't care about you, people don't care. Like nobody really cares about you until they do. And so I would just put up a video just on your drive to work. Like, yeah, like make it part of something you do every day, all day. Just turn on your camera when you're making dinner. It's really easy. Now, I used to post, so how often do you post? I used to post once. Like now this is where you really, once again, you have to have a strategy. Like once you get used to just putting stuff on there, you really have to have a strategy. I posted videos once a week. So I used to do it every Sunday because usually when I worked, Sunday was my day off. So I would post one video a week and every Sunday. And doing that, once again, my channel only got to like 40 subscribers in a year. And so then the second year, I was like, maybe I can post a little bit more. So then I posted 2 times a week, but still making sure I posted every Sunday. And that really didn't do anything for me. To be like, I didn't gain any subscribers the whole time I did it that way. And then just when I was not working, I started posting like 2 or 3 times a week, and I started getting a little more traction. So for the whole month of December, I just decided that I was going to post every day. And then out of nowhere, I got like 60 some odd new subscribers. So you really do have to be consistent, but like one video a week really didn't do anything for me. So I would say you really need to like post 2 to 3 days a week. And that's like doing videos. I, once again, old person, just on YouTube trying to do something different that, I didn't see a whole lot of people my age on YouTube. And so I was just trying to get used to being in front of the camera, but you really gotta like be in it to win it. Like you really gotta post. But I only knew about videos and I knew about shorts only in the manner that like I could make a long form video and then I can chop it up and release shorts. But I didn't get a lot of traction on shorts, and I think because in the beginning a lot of my videos were just like AI videos. Like I don't know what they call it. I don't even know if it's considered like a faceless channel, but like I was never in any of my shorts. Like they were all AI. But then once I started doing long form videos with myself in front of the camera and then making them into shorts, I got more traction. So people really want to see you unless you say that, hey, this is a faceless channel, then people are gonna be accepting to that because that's why they're watching. They don't really care about you, they just want the information. But if it's like a channel that you're saying this is my channel, people are gonna want to see you in front of the camera more. And so that's why I started posting more and kind of not did like the AI thing anymore. And then the community post was something that's new. So I'm starting to use that more. So like on YouTube, you could like, there's a lot of different ways to post that I just didn't recognize until recently. So yeah, now I've just been trying to mix it up. If there's a tab for it, I'm trying to use it. So videos, long form, shorts, live. I even made like a playlist into like a podcast. But once again, I think the podcast thing is the same as like people not really wanting, I guess because of TikTok and every like very, I don't think I ever come across a video on YouTube that's not like an actual person. And so people really want to see you. So on the podcast, I was doing the AI videos and then making a playlist for a podcast. But as I've started getting more comfortable with just being on it, then my actual videos, like an actual human person voice, I've gotten a little more views. But I think you really need to do a podcast like in a podcast manner. So I'm thinking about how I want to show up different when I do podcasts. And then playlists. That's a good thing to make sure you put your videos in a playlist. And then the community, which somebody explained to me, it's kind of just like the way Facebook is when you make your posts. But I was never on Facebook, so I just really started learning that it's as simple as taking a couple of pictures and sharing it. So I'm doing a little bit more with community. So yeah, I've been posting every day since December the 8th. And so I will continue to do it until I just can't. But I've gotten the most traction with uploading more often. Let's see. What else is my channel? Yeah, it's basically my channel, and then like I'm trying to experiment with different things because once again, it just takes one video, and like what is the definition of insanity is what continue to do the same thing and expect different results. So I've been like mixing it up on my videos. So I have like a skincare thing on there, like just seeing like an over 50 skincare routine. I have like sleep music, like nature music. I have a playlist with some of that stuff in there. I try to do a review. Like I'm just like trying everything once again to see if something will stick. Because once again, I am trying to get my channel over that hump to get monetized. So if you're out there, I do ask that you subscribe. If you leave me a comment and you want me to come over to your channel, and usually if I get a subscriber, I usually do go to their channel because I want to reciprocate. And I will subscribe to your channel. Let's see. But I think like for me also, something that may be working against me is that I'm really only on YouTube. And so If you are on other channels, you can always put a link and have, the people that follow you on your other platforms to come over to YouTube. That will help you with your subscribers and watch time. So I probably will try. I do have like a page set up for TikTok. I think I have like one or two videos. Oh, hi. I thank you so much, Shauna. Shauna's journey continue. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I have to come over and see what you got going on over there. Yeah, but like I said, I think if you're on other platforms, that'll be also a good way to get your subscriber count and watch time hours up. And so am, I do have a YouTube link. And I actually had a YouTube store, which was like an epic fail, but also a good learning. Um, and so I didn't really have a lot of videos. So, like, it didn't really make sense to have a store and only have a few videos. Like, I didn't build a presence around it to even have a store. But I am on TikTok, so I will try to post more over there. And I actually had a channel for, what is it, Facebook, for like, oh my God, at least 10, 12 years old, that I never posted anything on Facebook. So maybe I'll get that going as well, to try and get myself where I want to be on YouTube. But once again, YouTube it's a format that's easier to use, but it's harder to achieve, the goals to get monetized, because you have to really understand like the inner workings of YouTube, which is what I always say was my bad. Like when I first started, I just was like, oh, all you gotta do is put a video up here on YouTube. Okay, let me do that. Hey, I got a channel, I got videos, but it's like I never knew any of the inner workings of YouTube. Like I didn't even know like it never like clicked in my mind that it's like a search engine. And so I never did what I needed to do in regards to having my videos found, because once again, nobody cares about you. Like if you just say, hey, I have a channel, it's not like everybody's gonna flock over to your channel. Like, who are you? And so you've got to optimize, which is the last couple of videos that I've done. You have to optimize your channel to be able to be found so that people can see your videos. And it may be that your videos are awesome, but if nobody ever sees it, like who knows other than you? And then you just get discouraged because you're like, that was like the best video I ever made, and yet it only got 10 views. And so I learned that. And so even like my first video, I've gone back and I've tried to work on it in regards to like title, description, like all the things that I could, now that I have a little bit more knowledge about how YouTube works. So once you get used to making a video, like make sure that you do your due diligence and read and understand what YouTube is and how you can set yourself up. Because who knows, like I may have been able to monetize myself earlier if only I would have done my due diligence and understood what I needed to understand to give myself a better chance of being monetized. So I would say once again, YouTube is more friendly in regards to being able to get set up, and like it's very easy. Like I said, even for myself, like it's very easy to use and do all the things you need to do, but it's just the more nuanced approach of knowing what YouTube is all about that gets you to where you want to be, if you really want to be on YouTube. And so that's where I am now, just trying to work on that. And I like have people or these coaches out here, and I've kind of looked into like pricing because I was considering it. And it still is like consideration in the back of my head, but they charge like $200-300 to give you like advice. And I know it, well, I mean, they do it because they're good at it, right? But I don't know. I'm just like, not at this point do I want to spend that kind of money. But there's books, and so I went to, was it Barnes and Nobles the other day, and I had I went into Chat GPT and I asked it like, what are some books that you could recommend that will give me like give me more insight into how to be successful on YouTube? And it actually gave me a few books. And like I said, I went to Barnes and Noble to look for those books. Funny thing about that is like, I was thinking like nobody goes to Barnes and Nobles anymore. And I was sadly mistaken. So I went right before I needed to be somewhere, and I had to leave before I could really even look. So I'm gonna go online and see if I can order them. But yeah, let's see. I can give you the names of a couple of those books. I don't even really know. Like I said, I don't know how much they are because I just got the list and then I went straight to Barnes and Nobles thinking I could just go in and come out. But it was actually like a line of people, and I was like, I don't have time for that today. So I have to go back. But I think I'm going to go the book route, see if I can learn anything from reading books before I actually see if I can squeeze out a few dollars to do like an SEO coach or something for a little bit. And so let's see. And like the Chat GPT is very good. Like, once again, very easy to use. It's free. The version that I use is free. And all right, so it gave me some books because I was like, what does an SEO coach do that, like an AI tool like you can't do? And it said that it could give you like the mechanics of what you do or what you need to do, like your titles and all that, but it can't give you the more nuanced, and plus it can't actually like see your page and give you that information. And so it told me I could read a book called The Art of SEO. And that was the book that I was going to go to Barnes and Nobles and look for. And then it was a search engine optimization all in one for dummies. And that was the other one that I was going to look for. And then once again, I'm going to see if I can get any help from those before I actually break down and see if I can afford to get one of these coaches for a little while. I think it was like, it depended, but I know you could do like 300 for a coach for maybe like 2 weeks. And I don't know like what that entails, but so yeah, I would say you just have to really do your research if you get on YouTube and you want to monetize. But that's just my experience, because once again, like I said, there's channels that I've seen that have popped up that have like 3, 4, one page I saw pop up had it like with one video. They already had like over 1,000 subscribers. So for my journey, it looks like it's gonna be a little more difficult or a little longer. So I'm just gonna get myself as familiar as I can to give myself a better chance of something happening for my channel soon. But yeah, once again, I ask that you subscribe if you're out there. Leave me a comment, like, turn on the notification bell, and then I also come over to your page if you have a channel and do the same. And once again, my channel is simply Latrice, and it is like I want to be helpful So it's things that I've experienced, things that if I'm not actually doing, it's things that I've read that I am wanting to implement. And I just want to share that information. And the income streams, actual things that I'm doing, as well as the laundromat thing, which once I do a little more research, I may do a video on everything that I found out about owning a laundromat, like how much it costs, like do you own your machines or is it better to lease your machines, like your rent, what the expenses are to run the machines. Like I want to do all that information because I seriously am thinking about trying to get into the laundromat business. And that is like a twofold for me because if I get a laundromat, I have vending machines. I can put my own vending machines in my laundromat. That'll be two streams of income. And so I'm kind of really wanting to do that. So I, once again, hope that like get the information from the seller's agent on what they would consider to be a person that's serious to be considered to sell. Have a great evening. YouTube Midnight Moving Pictures. Thank you so much. Have a good evening as well. So yeah, I will make a video on the laundromat thing. I will make a video about my house here. I just have a couple of things that I need to wrap up. I have an agent, but we decided that we would I was gonna wait for the first of this year before we reconnected, because last year, like when I called her in October, end of October, beginning of November, she was like, if you're serious, like we need to get the house on the market within the next 30 days. And I was like, that's really too soon because I didn't think people would be moving like in the months of November, December. But she said actually that's like a busy time that people are trying to move. And so I said, well, I'll just pick it up at the beginning of the year because I think she said February, March is a good month for people that are trying to move. So we will see where I am and what my options are. And then I can make a video on that process. And what else? The next video I also have is trying to relocate the machine that I have in my garage. Like I've got to get it back into a building to make money because like once again I'm not working, and my intentions was not to like empty out my 401. It was to try to do small distributions in hopes that the vending and the rental would be like 50-60% of what I needed to sustain myself as far as income each month. And so having one machine down doesn't help me at all. So I need to get on that. I've been sick, so I really had not been doing a whole lot of anything for like the last week. So come tomorrow, I really need to get back on it. And yeah, so wow, that's been awesome. I've been on here for an hour. I can see how watch time hours can be earned easily on lives because you don't even realize how much time you've been on them. I see there's a couple of people out there. Hi, welcome. If you're not a subscriber, I do ask for your subscription. My channel, Simply Latrice, is all about trying to reduce debt, increase income, passive income strategies. I currently am semi-retired, or you can call it sabbatical. I'm going into my fourth month, and I've just been all about trying to maintain myself or my income through passive, through my vending machine business or rental. And yeah, and now I just want to gain traction on both those things and add even more. I'm currently inquiring about a laundromat. And so, yeah, that's me and that's my channel. You can visit, see if there's anything that you find of value. If there's anything you would like to know or hear from me, you can drop me a comment and I will most definitely reply. And yeah, I think I am going to my sorry, my cold tablets are wearing out, so I'm starting to get a little nasally here. But I'm gonna jump off here in a little bit, and I appreciate everyone out there today. As always, I always thank you guys for watching my videos, now joining my lives. I ask for your subscription, like, share, hit the notification bell. If there's anything you want to see from me on a video or my next live, drop me a comment and I'll most definitely work on that. And yeah, I guess this is going to be the end of my live for today, and I will see you on my next live or my next video. Bye.